I had a moment to, like, when I realized it was a week away and I didn't have anything coordinated. That moment before every larger undertaking of, should I not do this? Yeah, I think like I always contemplate calling it off. There's always that moment of like, I could still cancel everything if I wanted to. Nothing has been booked yet, but sometimes you just gotta close your eyes and push the gas and just go. And that's how I feel right now. So I'm just like, okay, I just gotta do it and pull up. Boom, boom, crazy click, and slide. Oh, and slide. Doom. Power. I would say 75 to 80% of the time that I spend in a studio is unsuccessful, and maybe 20% is successful. But the real answer to being a successful choreographer is just persistence, because every single time I'm back in a studio with a new piece that I have to make, it feels like a brand new challenge. And there's always that doubt of like, I can't do this, or I won't be able to pull through this time. Or like this time, like the creative block is too strong and I can't choreograph anymore. And then every single time, I prove those doubts wrong just because I keep going and I eventually make something. And a ha, nice, and a rip, and a 5, and 8, and 1, 2, ba, 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 5, 6, 7. Okay, detail for this, 7. And then you want to think like really, really. This song in particular, Say Please, I was automatically drawn to how powerful it becomes. It like starts kind of soft, and then it builds into like, the chorus just sounds like a war soundtrack. Like it just sounds really powerful, and obviously I very much so gravitate towards that type of music or anything that feels empowering. 10, 7, 8, and a 1, and a 2, and I knew it kind of sounded like, okay, I'm conquering a struggle, I'm overcoming something challenging, and I didn't even have to brainstorm. It's like I just tied that directly into what I'm going through in the moment or how I'm feeling in the moment. And I feel like the past few months I've really been struggling with as simple as being liked by other people, and how much sometimes I let those things get to me and those things impact me. Yeah, so come in. I literally felt myself like in certain events and jobs and just instances like shrink and just want to give up and just want to just stop and just do something else. We're all human. I'm human and I'm sensitive, and sometimes I let things get to me, and I'm not always in like this mood of like this warrior mindset where I like want to keep going. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't have that mindset and I just like can't handle it, you know? But obviously like I don't allow that to permanently affect me, so I had to reevaluate again, take time and ask myself, why am I letting these things get to me, and how can I minimize like the impact that it has on me? mosquitoes. And apparently there are mosquitoes in here, so I'm just trying to not make this happen all over my body, my face. Sorry, Jeremy. I think that's why me choosing to slow down and put more into a single project and a single vision is important to me, just because what's important to me as an artist, again, is to be able to look at the things I've created and feel proud of them personally, regardless of what anyone thinks, and two, for it to hopefully inspire someone else in any way and to any capacity.
Where's everyone's focus?
I envisioned it just being very like straight, so they would be looking straight ahead, and like it's almost like as I'm passing them, they throw it at me, rather than like people from there tossing stuff at me.
Okay, cool.
That was it. I realized like because it's a build in the music.
Yeah.
I realized like we'll probably only use like a snippet.
Yeah, like probably literally like a second.
Okay, perfect. I like working with Jeremy because I really appreciate how he brings his expertise both within film and his experience as a dancer and a mover himself.
You know what I mean? Like I want to like follow like this a little bit.
He just understands how to bring like the things that I'm visualizing to life through very camera specific things that I wouldn't be able to contribute. I would kind of symbolize this negativity being thrown at you through these crumpled up paper balls, and that when I transfer location into this dark bunker of this aisle of people and they're throwing those things at me, that represents just getting any type of criticism or negativity or opposition in your life. And then there's that moment right before the chorus where I feel like it sounds like I've made a decision. And since the song repeats twice, it goes verse, chorus, and then verse, chorus again, and that's the whole song, it made me think, okay, it gives me kind of two chances to act out, or two different options or chances or paths that I could possibly take when things like that happen in your life. And so the first time represents, well, what would happen if you let those things get to you, which is how I've been feeling the past few months, where I've really let those things affect me in like an unhealthy and not productive way. And then the second chance that I get, kind of like a deja vu moment, where I end up back at the studio for the first scene, and then all those things happen that lead me to that aisle and the buzzers again. I now have the opportunity to choose kind of the higher road and choose to keep going regardless of any external forces, and then it shows like this very empowering and strong and I guess triumphant result. We wrapped. You guys can change out of your clothes. We wrapped. The one thing that I want people to take away from watching this video is just the reminder that they have complete power and control over their lives and over how they decide to proceed and how they decide to act, even despite all of the negative things that happen to us. Because we can't always control how certain people or how certain circumstances make us feel, but we can decide to keep going regardless. And that's something that I've had to constantly remind myself. You know, sometimes I allow people to get me down. I allow situations to get me down. And I'm human and I feel those things. I feel sadness, I feel defeat, I feel isolation and loneliness. But I think at the end of the day, I pick myself back up again and I keep going, because I know that I have the power to do that, and I get to decide what I do with my life, and I get to decide to thrive and do everything that it takes for me to take care of myself and to continue moving forward in my purpose. So yeah, I hope that message resonates with people too, because I know that so many people are just going through it constantly, and I want them to keep going too.
I'll never leave you.